what are 5 vegetables that are really healthy for you if you want to either lose weight or just make your body stronger. What are 2 vegetables that are the least healthy for you? And out of the 5 vegetables that are super healthy for you, which is the only one you can safely give your parrot? Here's the thing. This is my yellow-naped Amazon Lorenza. Lorenza, when I first got her and I adopted her as an adult, I took her to the vet. The vet said that her liver was in danger. There were severe problems, probably from having been fed a seed-based diet for a long time before I had her. A year later, when I took her back to the vet was surprised to see that Lorenza's health had actually improved. And the vet told me she thought Lorenza had been a goner. So I think that food is really important. I actually have 18 species of parrots. I love my parrots. I love learning about parrots, and I love learning, for example, how I can improve my blissful bond with my parrots through diet. Because I think that when they have a healthy diet, which applies to me too, then it's more likely that they're going to be in the place to bond with me more. So I like to also help you improve by that diet, by doing bonding things with your parrot and understanding a parrot's perspective. Now, one of the things that I do, because Lorenza was so sick and was in such bad shape, is, like a lot of parrot owners, I debate joining some sort of, or starting a group called Parrot Poop Anonymous. Those of us who have emotional reactions to parrot poop, monitor them, maybe photograph them sometimes. I mean, it's crazy, right? Well, with a bird like Lorenza, I really do watch her poops, because when I see the colors change, like the liquid getting green, which is an indicator that there could be a problem with the liver, you know, I kind of worry and I kind of make sure. Now, she is on a seed-free diet because she's an Amazon parrot with a history, so I really watch her fat intake. However, I've noticed that sometimes her poop looks better and sometimes it looks worse. And I'm kind of wondering if her body is still cleaning itself out even after all this time, because she was so sick that my veterinarian didn't think she was going to make it. Very interesting. So I love learning about diet, and here's what I found out about 5 of the healthiest vegetables you and I can eat. Vegetable number 5 on the list, and we'll count down to number 1. Number 5 is mushrooms. Now, I could give you a really long list. Instead, I'm going to link down below to the YouTube video I watched on diet. It's on keto. If you don't know what that is, it's on burning fat in your body instead of burning sugar, so that you lose fat and get to a healthier place, kind of thing. So number 5 is mushrooms, and the most significant thing about mushrooms to me is that they are neuroprotectors. Now, I'm not a scientist, so I'm not going to go further than that, other than to say I want my brain protected. I don't know about you, I'm pretty sure about that, right? Do you feel the same way? Hi, sweetie. Hi. Let's see. Oh, hi, Venus. This is my African gray Venus. Can you see her right here? Oh, you can't quite see her. Here. And she's a little bit, she's a little bit of a plucker, and came to me that way. What are you going to do? Being out here, I think, is help. All right, so number 5, mushrooms. Number 4, asparagus. On a side note, when I went to Spain, they had asparagus everywhere. I think that Spain is asparagus crazy, because everywhere I traveled around Spain, they had asparagus on the menu. They had like white asparagus, green asparagus. They had chocolate in the shape of asparagus. I mean, I just sat there going, these people are asparagus crazy. Asparagus has the benefit of giving you a good prebiotic. Now, in case you don't know what that is, one of the most significant things that's going to affect not only how you feel emotionally, but your hunger, cravings or not, and your weight and like the foods you want to eat, is your gut bacteria. Your gut bacteria is bacteria, and it actually is going to call upon your brain and tell your brain, hey, get me some Cheetos, or hey, get me asparagus. And if your bacteria is asking for asparagus in the shape of chocolate, one of the things that's going on is that you have bacteria that is not really as beneficial for you. Yeah, obviously, because that bacteria is going to cause you some problems. Good bacteria, on the other hand, is going to help you. Your bacteria is going to help digest your food and help you absorb that, like the nutrients that you need. So it's really important to have good bacteria in your system. I hate to tell you if you didn't already know this, but you and I are made up of a lot of bacteria. And as far as I understand it, the bacteria does most of the eating for us. I know, you thought it was going in your mouth or in your parrot's mouth. The importance of really good bacteria, which is why when you have a bacterial infection or when your parrot gets one, it's bad news. Now, one of the things that feeds and keeps the good bacteria in your body or in your gut are probiotics. They are pro, so they're good for the bacteria. They feed the bacteria. The bacteria then helps you stay in health, pick healthier things to eat, and just be healthier all around. So that there is a really good benefit to the asparagus, which I think was coming out of my ears in Spain. Number 3, cabbage. So the thing about cabbage is it has, get ready for this, glucosinolates. Glucosinolates. Anti-cancer and anti-disease. You know, I don't care what the fancy name is. I really kind of like the layman's way about things in the sense that what's most important to me is anti-cancer and anti-disease. I'm all about that. Especially in today's pandemic age, it's a great time to improve your immune system and make sure that you're ready to take on whatever bacteria you might get exposed to, right? Number 2, broccoli. So broccoli helps you have a healthier gut, and it helps support your immune system. You know, a lot of these things kind of have some similarities, right? But there you go. So, broccoli works for me. Now, the truth is, all of these 5 vegetables have multiple benefits. I'm just giving you one so that it doesn't take forever. Like I said, I'm linking down below to the video. You can watch if you want that has more information. Number 1, the most important, most important on the list that can help you the most with losing weight, getting back to a healthy place, that kind of thing, is fermented vegetables. For this one, I'm going to tell you that I like to make my own kefir. Now that I have parrots, I really don't have time, so I don't do it. But when I was researching kefir and got really into making kefir and drinking kefir, kefir is like a yogurt drink, in case you're not familiar, with a lot of really good bacteria that's beneficial for you. One of the things I read is that somebody was saying, you know, kefir is like cultured milk. And she was saying you can also culture vegetables. She said one day she and her family, they went out to eat and they had a dinner and came home and everyone had food poisoning and they were all terribly sick. She said she went over and reached for some of her cultured vegetables and started to get better and then gave it to her family because it made such a big difference. Again, you know, it's kind of like, let's say you live in an old house and the carpets are all old and stinky. Maybe the dogs peed on them. If you take all those carpets out and then put in new flooring or something like that, you go from a old toxic environment kind of thing to a very new clean one. Because carpets, you know, they keep a lot of dander and stuff like that, and it can be very unbeneficial. All right, now the 2 worst things you can have for yourself are going to be number 1, corn, and number 2, soy. One reason is because corn is 85% GMO corn in the U.S. Soy isn't quite as high, but it's not far behind. Soy also, I've heard, can give you a lot of estrogen, and it can be toxic. And I forget which one, maybe the cabbage helps get rid of some of that extra estrogen that's toxic estrogen. So really important to know. Now, if you are like me and you've done some research on your parrot's pellets, you're going to know that soy and corn are in their pellets. There are some brands that don't have them and they cost 2 to 3 times as much. I want you to know that some of my research is suggesting that maybe corn isn't as bad for parrots as it is for you and I. corn you could think of as just sugar. It's a high carbohydrate. It doesn't have a lot of nutritional value. I got a storm brewing back there. But it may not be terrible for your parrot. The GMO, which is inflammatory, that would not be beneficial. I don't see how for you or your parrot. Good to know. Now, I promised to tell you the one vegetable that was safe to give your parrot. Because, for example, I think it was cabbage. I'm pretty darn sure. You can always double check me. Cabbage can cause problems if your parrot has problems with calcium. So, for example, Lorenza shouldn't really have cabbage because her bones aren't in very good shape from all of those years of having a seed-based diet. A seed-based diet doesn't allow your parrot to absorb calcium. So, cabbage would not really be beneficial for her. Broccoli is the one vegetable that would just be beneficial across the board. Just steam it a little bit. It helps break up the, I don't know what, it kind of helps loosen up the vegetable so that your parrot's body can absorb as much as quickly as possible. Thank you for joining me in this blustery video. Hopefully you're changing your mind about what you're going to have for dinner tonight. And hopefully you're going to put corn off your menu. Hopefully you're going to put vegetables like broccoli on your menu and share the broccoli with your parrots. Until next time, if you have any questions or comments, please comment below. I love hearing from you. And we'll see you next time. All right. Bye-bye. Can you say bye-bye? Yeah, this face is because I know she won't. She only does it when she's dismissing people or I'm leaving the house. Bye-bye. Can you say bye-bye? Come here. Let's do a quick, come here. Come here. Oh, she doesn't like the storm. Let's see if she'll do it. Parrot kiss. Yay! Parrot kiss.